Positive thing is once you're in Mythic, it's really hard to fall out of Mythic just because you only lose a percentage point. But yeah, you only gain a percentage point, but you'd have to go down really far for it to kick you out of Mythic, and that just doesn't happen very often. I love my games in Mythic where somebody's at 99% Yorin, so we're playing against some sort of ramp or control deck. Um, but I love my games in Mythic where I play against people who are at 99%, and I end up beating them, keeping them from getting that 100% that they need to get ranked inside of Mythic. So what it is when you climb to 100% Mythic, you get ranked within the top 1500, I believe it is. Oh, sweet. Probably should have taken the Hydra Crisis there. Um, yeah, I think we need that. He's gonna Sea Dasher the turn after, so it's not bad. And I want to cycle this. I really want to cycle that. Put our second black source on board. Cycle off the Saga Triumph. He's going to set up for Sea Dasher. We are going to scry. Don't need that. Here comes Sea Dasher. Kill said Sea Dasher. This is an interesting build that he's got going on here. This is a 4-color deck. Hushbringer. So if I draw a Euro, I slam the Euro because it's not going anywhere with this. Stops the ETB trigger, which means he can't sacrifice himself. It's absolutely beautiful. And why would you have Hushbringer when you also have this? You know? That's where I go, what? Why? This seems contradictory. No ETB triggers? Yeah, it seems very contradictory. So he's climbing up to get to the point where Hydra Crisis is super relevant. Okay, and he played it. It's fine. Just go ahead and take it off the board. Yeah, there it is. If he shatters the sky on us, we draw the card, so... Okay. That's an interesting one. Oh, sweet. So now we get double the value off of this. Yeah, he draws a card, but we get double the value off of destroying that. So, play this tapped. So creature, enchantment. I can't take double white off the board. I'd love to, but I can only take one white source off the board. So if he has a Elspeth Conquers Death, then he's got an Elspeth Conquers Death. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, there it is. But there's nothing in his yard that's too detrimental. And we drew a Hydra Crisis, which is great. Can't play a land, so Thought Erasure here does us no good. We just want to draw and make it as big as possible. Wow, that's great. It's a really good draw. Really, really good draw. Now, I mean, he can exile the Elspeth, and he's going to, which this play here isn't the greatest because the only thing he can target is the Murderous Rider, and I really don't care too much about that. And I think here we'll clean it up. Take Yorn off the board. I don't want him continuing to flicker that card back and forward. Can we play this and still play? No, we can't. So this is odd. Oh, we don't have enough. So I guess we just do play this. Okay. Euro and Ugin's an even better answer anyway, so we'll just. This is not a threat anymore because we don't have anything on the board that it can hit. Hydra Grace is converted mana cost 2, so what is he going to do in that scenario? Not a thing. Okay, sure. We just get more bang for our buck now with the Ugin play. So what, 5? That's the highest. Oh, even more bang for our buck. And then we can just Hydra Grace next turn.
Peace is fragile and fleeting. Cherish what little you find.
It's interesting because what he's doing with his deck is he's playing 4 colors so that he can play more enchantments. This is a good one. I can't argue with it. It's a really good enchantment. Sea Dashers are pretty interesting. And then Elspeth Conquers Death, obviously, and the Yorn gets a lot of value off of all of that. Oh, so now I get why. The Ugin. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. And then we're gonna play ours. And then we're gonna kill his Hushbringer.
Consider this a warning.
Boy, that was nice. That was a nice. Now if he plays Elspeth Conquers Death, he has a dilemma: to get the Ugin or to get the Euro. And I think there's an argument for the Ugin, but I mean, sure. We'll just kill it. And then we'll just play it.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
So how many? That's 3 of those, I think, we've seen. Yep, 3 of those. Elspeth Conquers Death, we've only seen 1, so he could have another Elspeth Conquers Death. But he's playing an 80 card deck too, which makes his draws a lot less consistent than ours. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good card.
I look forward to seeing you. Oh, I wish you could see your face while I'm beating you.
Migratory Greyhorn. Very interesting.
Oh, looks like you're all mouth and no hands.
I think. That's neat. So, next turn, each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So, my Euro will die, and the Hackern War will sacrifice itself, leaving his Migratory Greyhorn on the board, which is pretty neat. It's pretty neat. What? But I'm okay with it.
Destroy if I must.
Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a very neat turn of events, though, for sure. What does this do? Mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. Or putting cards in his hand. So it's an interesting little mutate deck. We'll just protect our Ugin. The Hushbringer. Okay, so I thought it was contradictory at first, but I get why he's doing what he's doing now. The Hushbringer is there so that his Euros can come in untapped. That's what it's about. It's about putting pressure on the board. So the Hushbringers are really, actually quite brilliant. Um, this is a good ramp card anyway. But so he saw the enchantment portion of his deck really early on, along with the Sea Dashers. It's a mutate enchantment combination. And that was really good for him. It favored him really well. Debating here if I want to clean it up before the Parcel Beast hits the board, and I think I do. Parcel Beast by itself is useless, so just clean it up.
My
Play our
flames
Euro.
burn beyond perception.
And then the Parcel Beast and whatever he draws is all he's got. We just kill the Parcel Beast if that's the only thing on the board. Okay. That game's over. Interesting deck. Very interesting deck. And what do we do about it? Is the question. So the eliminates are good. Extinction Event is kind of yes and no. Questing Beast I think I take out. Sea Dasher, Octopus, and Euro, like especially with the Hushbringer, might be something we want to answer. Casualties of War gets value, and we definitely want to ramp. So I think this is our only changes is to put in a couple of Mystical Disputes, because overall our deck performs well against what he's got. The Euro cleaned house, and then we just had the cards to back it up to keep it going. So I don't think from here we really change much. Okay, we'll give this a shot. See what happens. Mystical Disputes come down early, they'll be great. If they don't, hopefully we have an Eradicate in case he has that Euro. But if he plays Hushbringer and doesn't have the Euro, we drop the Euro. Like, there's some scenarios here where it really goes in our favor. Again, I think that the interesting thing is the Hushbringer combination with the Euro. Oh man, you have no idea how badly I want to keep this, but if we don't draw that land, man, that won't do either. Okay, so he mulled to 6. Okay, we'll keep that. We gotta see a green source here. If we see a green source, we're good. And we can really try to get there. Second black source isn't bad either. The green source is preferred just because it'll get us to the Cultivate. Paradise Druid. So we got our second black source, so we can. Wow. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're okay now. He's honestly in a position here where I think he plays the Raptor, and then he tries to mutate next turn. We're going to get prepared for it. He can deal the 4 damage, I'm okay with that. Yeah, he'll get the Yorin. Sure. Another Murder Strider. So now at the end of the turn, if he doesn't do anything with it, we can just Murder Strider. Yeah, dude. I'm not in any pressure here. I want him to play first. Cost 6 to mutate. Hydra Crisis. Sure. I think it deals damage to him. Oh no, it deals damage to the creature he plays. So, can't play Paradise Druid, obviously. He's honestly way ahead here too. With everything he's got, so it's kind of why we're playing a little bit defensively. We can't give him the blowout play. Yeah, you got 2 more damage, my friend. Hmm. This is honestly where it gets a little sticky. I have to take the Yorin off the board. We got the Mystical Dispute. And I'm in trouble. So we can hope for an Ugin here to clean his board up, but that's about all we've got at this point. Hmm. No, he's got game. He's got double strike. That's really well played. But we really got manhandled by the draws there. Completely wrecked our face. It's fine though. Okay, I think we're okay still with the situation. Just try and get a more favorable hand. Man, I wanted to keep that opening hand because of the Eradicates. If we'd had those Eradicates plus the Murderous Riders, man, that would have been... This is great. This is great. Sure. So now we play reactive till we get to the point where we can play our Hydra Craces. I'm not sure what to expect here. Give it one more turn because we got Mystical Dispute. So if we need to counter something, we can. I think, honestly, I should have played the Mystical Dispute there. So that may have been a misplay on my part. Because if I just countered, this is more pressure. I mean, it's one more damage, but it's still more pressure. And that could be relevant in a lot of situations, so... Hushbringer. I'll let that resolve. Oh, yeah. We're going to play that next turn. So he's going to play a Euro. And we're going to counter the Euro. We're going to play our own Euro. He does not have the mana for the Elspeth Conquers Death. But the question is, do we I have a Hydra Crasis, so we'll take the Euro. So we can counter the Euro. I'm going to leave that on top because that's really good in this situation. So we just have to counter the Euro, then we play our own Euro. And we will try to make it past this stage in the game where we're struggling to get a foot on the board. Beautiful. We're in a really good spot now. He doesn't have the mana for his own Euro, or I'm sorry, for his Elspeth Conquers Death. So we're in a good spot. Mutate here could put him in range with his mana, which is okay. We get the trigger off the Euro, and then we can get to Ugin, hopefully. If we get the trigger off the Euro, though, we draw a land, we play a land, we get the trigger off the Euro, then we're in extremely good shape. because then we can just drop that Hydra Krasis, get more of the lands we need. Because Ugin's is gonna absolutely dominate this when we finally get to Ugin. Oh, and that's a casualties. This is good. This is really good for us. We're gonna play a 5/5 Hydra Krasis. Or I don't know if Hydra or if Hushbringer stops Hydra Krasis, honestly. About to find out. Does not. The answer is no. Alright, we now have 8 lands. So we can Ugin. I'm not going to Ugin. I'm going to Elspeth Conquers Death here because he's going to play the Dream Trawler the turn after that, and that's what we need Ugin for. Or we have Extinction Event. Yeah, we still casualties of war here because realistically speaking, I don't want to kill my own Hydra Krasis. There's just no reason for that. Let's take away his white sources. Make this a lot harder for him. Keep the pressure up. We may have taken him out of range of Dream Trawler if he didn't draw the land. It's very possible. So, he can't even mutate. Best choice he's got is to play his own Euro, which is good. That's really good for us. I think we just swing out, and then if he blocks the Murderous Rider, which we're hoping for, then we clean up the odds with Extinction Event. He didn't even get the trigger off the Euro, so he's still at a low life total too. Yeah. He gives us 2 more life. Oh, it stops death triggers too. How nice. That's the Euro off the board. And next turn we pretty much have got this game. He has to block. If he plays the Dream Trawler, he has to block with the Dream Trawler because he's at 5 life. Well, I mean, okay, technically no, he doesn't because Hushbringer will give him 6 life, which is lifelink. But it all boils down to: did he get the land he needed? If so, at that point, what does he do? And if he play, so the worst case scenario for us is he plays King Kaiser and forces us to have to deal with that. The double strike on King Kaiser is extremely strong. Okay, he didn't play King Kaiser. Plays a Raptor. Makes everything cost 1 less to cast. So he set himself up to... Oh, okay, that makes things easy for us. This is even, this is even.
An opportunity to act rashly. Do not ignore.
Okay, he's at 1 life now.
Draconic talents.
This is a threat for ending the game. Okay. So he can play Dream Trawler, he can play King Kaiser, but either way, we're in really good shape. I think King Kaiser's the best route for him. It's an even on top of everything else, which is unfortunate because Extinction Event won't hit it without hitting our Hydra Krasis. But we're still in really good shape after the fact. So King Kaiser's his best play. If he plays the Dream Trawler, though, he can't win. It has to be King Kaiser. Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Death
Wow,
has never
that was
stopped
pretty awesome for him. And he gets Dream Trawler too, so that hurts a little bit. I want to decline that. I need to be able to... King Kaiser had lifelink as well. Okay, so if he plays Dream Trawler here, we're going to force the attack, which he won't block, and then we're gonna tap it down the turn after. Is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go to upkeep. We're gonna force him to tap it down. Because if it's forced tap down, he can't mutate it and get the draw, can't get the lifelink. It's just got to sit there. And so that gives us a chance to see what we can do the turn after. Okay, he got rid of the Yorin, which makes me think he probably has something else that he can play to stop the Euro. The positive side is... Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay, we got a really big Hydrate Crisis. That helps us a lot. And we can play Euro again after that, so... So this is a 12-12 Hydrate Crisis. No Elspeth Conquers Death. He does have the card that can steal it, the enchantment, red enchantment that can steal cards. That's a threat. Doesn't give it haste, thankfully. So, okay, he played his own Hydrate Crisis, drew a couple cards. He can't swing because he'll lose his Dream Trawler, so that's not happening. We have Eradicate for that. What? Why? I guess just to gain the life? Boy, that was a bad play. At least in my opinion, that was a bad play. What, do we win? No, we can only get in 15 for what I can see here. So Thought Erasure. Let's see what this guy's got in hand. Okay, we're in the clear pretty much. He'd have to draw something really nutty here to take this game. I think the Parcel Beast is the really only issue here. Throw that land away. We'll eliminate. And then we'll set ourselves up for game next turn by playing another big crisis. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll just do a 10-10 crisis. Oh wait, I'm miscounting. We'll do an 8-8 crisis. Okay, and we got another Thought Erasure, so this game should be wrapped up here. We give him the GG once we see him scoop his cards out of courtesy. It was well played on his part. Wow, as for me, this is Omega with Team Out of the Tank. Hey guys, leave comments down in the section below. There's your clearly demonstrated casual walk to Mythic, and we will see you guys next time.